The impending crisis of quantum computing is often framed as a single uniform threat to our digital security. But in reality, the defense against this threat is divided into two fundamentally different philosophies: quantum cryptography and post-quantum cryptography. While they sound similar, they represent the difference between relying on the laws of mathematics and relying on the laws of physics. Understanding the distinction between these two is critical for any technology professional or defense strategist, as it defines how we will protect the global economy and national security for the next century. On one hand, we have post-quantum cryptography, or PQC, which is essentially the final evolution of the classical approach. On the other, we have quantum key distribution, or QKD, which is a total departure from everything that has come before. Post-quantum cryptography is based on the idea that we just need better math. Current encryption, like RSA, is failing because it relies on the difficulty of factoring large prime numbers, a problem that quantum computers solve easily using Shor's algorithm. PQC seeks to replace RSA with new mathematical problems that are believed to be hard even for quantum computers. These include problems in lattice-based cryptography, multivariate equations, and code-based cryptography. The advantage of PQC is that it is purely software-based. It can run on existing fiber optics, existing routers, and existing satellites. It is the logical choice for the Great Migration because it doesn't require us to rebuild the physical internet. Organizations like NIST have already selected algorithms like Kyber and dilithium as the new standards. However, the risk of PQC is that it is still just math. There is no proof that a new quantum algorithm won't be discovered tomorrow that cracks these lattice problems just as easily as Shor cracked RSA. We are essentially betting our future on the hope that these new puzzles are as hard as they look. Quantum cryptography, specifically quantum key distribution, takes the opposite approach. It stops relying on math altogether and starts relying on the fundamental properties of the universe. In a QKD system, the cryptographic key is sent as a series of quantum states, usually single photons. Because of the observer effect, any attempt by an adversary to intercept or even measure these photons instantly alters their state. This means that the sender and receiver can't detect an eavesdropper with absolute certainty. If the error rate on the line stays below a certain threshold, they know the key is secure. If it spikes, they know the line is compromised and they discard the key. This is physics-secure communication. It doesn't matter how powerful a computer the hacker has. They cannot break the laws of physics. They cannot copy a quantum state without destroying it. This provides a level of permanent security that math can never guarantee. The drawback of QKD is the hardware requirement. Unlike PQC, you cannot run QKD over the standard classical internet. It requires dedicated quantum links, specialized single photon detectors, and quantum repeaters. Because photons are absorbed by fiber optic cables over long distances, QKD is currently limited in range. To build a global quantum secure network, we need to deploy trusted nodes or utilize satellite-based quantum links like those currently being tested by the MICA satellite program. This makes QKD an incredibly expensive and logistically challenging solution. It is the hardened bunker of the digital world, impenetrable but difficult to build and maintain. Most experts believe that QKD will be reserved for the most sensitive government, military, and financial backbones, while PQC will handle the bulk of civilian and corporate traffic. The future of security will likely be a hybrid model. We will use PQC for the vast majority of our digital interactions, but we will double wrap our most critical secrets using QKD. This creates a redundant defense. A hacker would need to solve a nearly impossible mathematical puzzle and somehow find a way to circumvent the laws of physics simultaneously. For a hardware engineer or a security founder, the goal is crypto agility. We must build systems that can seamlessly switch between these two approaches as the threat landscape changes. We are moving away from a world where security is a static wall and toward a world where it is a dynamic, multi-layered process. Whether we are using the complexity of high-dimensional lattices or the fragility of single photons, the goal remains the same: to ensure that in the age of the quantum computer, our secrets remain our own,